I'll meet you there. But there's something I have to find out first.
You're all alone, little one. Sometimes I feel alone, too. We're both alone here. Together.
It's built like a bunker down here.
See anything that looks like a command center or
Declan? Declan? Of course. All right, Shane. You got this, Chief.
Cheer. Yeah, I think you're gonna be seeing your mum soon, buddy.
They hide like rats under the floorboards. Stick their tendrils where they cannot. I have seen where they root, slither like snakes amongst the leaves.
Okay. Oh. Press or push. Haven't used the crowbar in a while. My mum won't hurt me though, right? I'm kind of on the Vine's side now. Like, Orochi is obviously a bad company. Well, yeah, okay. That's very bright. Icarus Complex.
My God. It's completely taken over.
Filth! Seething tendrils of a hive, ever expanding. Fools! They cannot be contained.
Look for a command center. This way, I don't. Oh, I can go in here. Well, let's just follow the way it wants me to go.
Fuck.
Oh. Oh. This guy sees things, and then if I'm not looking at the right place, he starts screaming.
Putrid. Filth!
That's what you are. You're the filth, mother. Well, she'll not even be my mum, but it makes sense. What are we doing down here? Look for it here. Don't know where the command center is. Put my light on. Oh, let's wait a little bit. We got hurt then.
What is that? What is that?
It's like a hybrid. Like a human tentacle thing. That's nasty. Can't use anything here. Oh. Oh, kryptonite on there. We're here. Oh, fucking oh, God. Well played, game. Well played. Come on, come on, come on. Thought it was iRobot for a second.
Trembling little one, let Let me swaddle you in viscera and wrap you in the nature of my bones.
Stop it! Get out of my head!
You could crack open your helmet like a walnut, let in the mute vacuum, and my voices will still be there. Not in the spaces we know, but in between.
He's both open. Find the door code.
Numbers cease their meaning.
I'll find it, don't you worry.
Holy shit! That's all of us. The entire Invictus crew. Are we the originals? Or the copies?
What? Oh, those growing mop. Josephine. That's me. Oh, technically Ina's still alive, maybe. Well, yeah, because it makes sense. So Ina Volkova, maybe she was the first. That wasn't the real Ina. Well, at least Lucas might be still alive. He didn't get that crap happen to him. Maybe that thing didn't kill Lucas. When we saw Lucas pinned up like that, that was him turning and maybe, I don't know, got stuck to it. I don't know. Interesting though.
It doesn't end.
Split from a single seed. Germinated, scribbled on carbon paper, they multiply like vermin. Sentience is a glitch in the sensory organs. Pain, a cancer fed by reality.
Getting a sense of the Matrix, you know, where they feed them in their little those makeshift wombs. Hopefully this is going to give me the code, right? Experiment. We're experimenting with a substance phenomenon entity oftentimes called the filth. Who named it that again? I can't remember, and it's just sort of stuck, right? What Dr. Volkova prefers to call the Z-path. Each sample tightly contained and weakened with a particular regimen of radiation as per the Icarus protocols. A womb with a view. The goal of this experiment is to see if the effects of this preternatural containment contaminant are the same on cloned human tissue and cloned hybrid human tissue as on normal human tissue. If the effects are not the same, how do they differ? Today we applied minute amounts of the filth on cloned cells using a safety protocols and observed effects were largely similar with the molecules of the containment attacking the cells. However, the process moved more slowly than observed before. The filth has escaped. I've sealed my safety suit and performed all the emergency protocols. I've injected the radiated serum as outlined in the procedures. The side effects are intense but mundane and are far better than the alternative. How did this happen? There was no breach. I think the theory that the filth flows, even undulates along dimensions outside of our perceived three may have a merit. I've sent for help. I'm trying not to panic. I'm recording the findings this mishap affords. Who's lost?
One by one, they fell to madness and death, just like a child's song.
Okay. Voices. The voices continue. I ignored them at first, congratulated myself on my rationalism, but then the voices learned to mimic my voice, and I thought they were me, and I was the voices. No, that doesn't make sense. The radiation must be working. My limbs have begun to do things on their own. Not only when I'm not looking, I have to stare at my limbs very carefully or they misbehave. I've made a careful regimen of making sure to not look at any one body part for more than 7 seconds. I have to keep watch on them except for my right arm. Good arm. I'm a scientist. And then I guess, judging by the name of that, things went to shit. Cut off my arm today. Right arm. Good arm. Only encrypted part. Pristine. It will be pristine forever. Stored good arm in the morgue. Code 9510. I'm scientist. Will lock myself in padded room. Everyone is safe. Scientist. Scientist, scientist, blah, 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 blah. 9510. Let's write that down. 9510. Go on. We got the code. Alright, hopefully. Wait a minute. Yeah, that. Why is the tentacles hurting me then? Technically, if I'm one of these and I'm there, I'm part of this. They shouldn't be hurting me. I want a refund. Oh. Let's go. There we go. Oh, this is it. 9510. Done. Right, so where's this guy missing the arm? Oh. Yeah, that hurt. Maybe it's not that far over. Nothing? Ah, yeah, okay. I'll just leave you.
Oh god. That's disgusting.
A tactile tool. Tender. Untethered.
I'm gonna need his fingerprints, aren't I? Let's take it. Like thing from Adam's Family, is it? Oh yeah, we can't. Could open it. I was expecting to find a body in the other one, maybe, but no. So I'm guessing there's a fingerprint scanner on this side. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay. That will do. No! Oh! Oh, shit, no. Oh, please. Jump over. I'm not looking back. I'm not looking back. Fuck you, you plant piece of shit. Oh. Don't like it. I don't like it.
The moon's gravity pulls so strangely. It tugs at the tides of the mind. It pulls the planet apart. Do you feel it?
No.
My mind opened like a nocturnal flower, aching for the pollinator bat. I felt through nameless eons and inconceivable dimensions to worlds of elder outer eternity. Oh, how rot casts a shadow. A corona surrounds the dark.
Run. 8-headed monster.
Unauthorized access. Unauthorized access. Security en route.
No,
Please await lethal response.
Locked in. What are they keeping here?
Explore the mysterious office. A New Eden.
New Eden. Orochi is planning on building a city here. A failsafe.
There is no escape. The dream will consume them. They are inevitable.
Fair enough. You know what? Think of how many rooms I've gone through, right? They have put a lot of design into this game. I don't know how much is like assets and how much is designed and stuff like that, but damn. How many rooms and terminals and stuff have I gone to? Alright. As always. Oh, this looks like the master computer. Board meeting at 5:12. Oh, you want to look at
Meeting at 5:12? That's oddly specific. The CEO of Orochi was here. It makes no sense.
On Earth.
that? Is it
It's
05?
probably a 4-letter word. I should look around for some clues.
No, I was going to try 0512, but guess not.
So the Lord God banished him from the Garden of Eden to work the ground from which he had been taken. Genesis 3:23.
G323 maybe? Not really seeing much else, right? Ah. $9510 was the old one, wasn't it? Code for the morgue. What about 0512? Okay. It's got to be Eden. Is that a bit too simple? Too obvious, right?
An emergency failsafe if Project Eclipse is released. If I can lower the shield, I can get out of this room.
No way. Project Eclipse. Blast doors active, magnetic stresses field online. The fragment has become agitated. The workers are unable to resist its communications. They scratch at the walls, run through the complex, reduce... That was a horrible password, by the way. Everyone can probably guess that. Reduced to a wild animalistic frenzy. I was able to close the chamber and enact the highest protocols, but I can hear the echoes ring in my ears. I see the crew of the Cyrano. I've never seen them before, but I know who they are with all my being, and they stare through cracked helmets. The filth reached out towards me. I can't stay here. The Eclipse has been shuttered. I've activated the proper protocols. I doubt there will be enough. Doors will ultimately lock in the event that subject of Project Eclipse is released. Project Symmetry.
Once it is broken, the rush is upon you. You don't get to be the same person after they get in.
Thanks. The numbing agent used in Project Eclipse to keep the fragment under control is created from the strange metal powering the machine in the alien ruins. Since the active mechanism for sedation is poorly understood, we have taken the precaution of stockpiling a large amount of the metal on board the Invictus. In the event of an emergency, the Invictus can be launched. A self-guiding rocket has been attached to the payload. It can be triggered with a code phrase once the Invictus safely clears the atmosphere. Am I gonna escape and then nuke Mars? Communications specialist Delapore was tasked with loading the payload and setting up the detonation trigger. Due to the sensitivity of the operation and this location at the off-site communication dish, location at the off-site communication dish, he is considered the operative with the most chance of success in case of a catastrophic event. He alone knows the trigger word and will use at his discretion. Alright, so they've got a failsafe. Unauthorized, well, we'll go to emergency protocol. Father, the Cyrano has crashed. Something happened. An EMP? We could not analyze it in time. The filth has reacted violently and unpredictably, spreading like a cancer across the entire base. The Dreamer fragment has sent the workers into a panic, searching for a way to escape. The security system has been triggered. The entire base has been compromised. I've shut down the Project Eclipse. An emergency kill signal has been sent to shut down communication via Angelus? We will leave no trace. Semper Service Control. Cyrano location report. I'm going to have to go to the crash, do you think? immortal engine. Father, as you know, we owe a great debt to the work of Dr. Cynthia Newhart. Mom. This site was chosen based on her later work. Notes and research kept under the strictest clearance. While her exhaustive library of equations and scrawled symbology has been daunting, our analysis still continues to see results. Most recently, in the acquisition of 2 recent items, you are already aware of the fragment of a dreamer which we recovered. That's some kind of artifact. Is that what's making everyone go crazy? Research continues into the significance of this fragment and how it tries to communicate. Using the magnetic energy signatures first recorded by Amundsen's expedition to Antarctica. Well, at least Antarctica's somewhere in there when I told people I was going to Antarctica and I really went to Mars. We were able to triangulate the location within kilometers. Through excavations of Site 9, the team is excited to announce that we have uncovered an actual Gaia engine on Mars. Further exploration in the chamber containing the engine has been halted, and we defer to your judgment. We await your determination. Semper Service Control. Unauthorized message. Intercepted unauthorized video transmission. Pound in muffled talking. This is Trevor Graham, commander of the Serrano I. An EMP fried our systems, and we are currently hurling towards Mars at approximately 50 meters per second. Fuck protocol, fuck Orochi. It wasn't hours after they sent us the coordinates, and I could see it in everyone's eyes. Dr. Baduri drew the short straw when the heat shield controls malfunctioned. We're not equipped for a mission like this. Command knew it. It's a fucking support crew. But we follow procedure. After 20 minutes, he stopped responding to comms. We tried to reel him in, but his face, when he turned his entire mask, was covered in blackness. Just a spider webbing of black oil across the entire thing and leaking out into the void. He cracked straight through the fucking helmet. Constanza grabbed his arm, and that shit. It crawled up her suit, wrapped around. It sounds like venom, squeezing itself inside. Pounding increases in volume. That pounding, the airlock. I couldn't let them back in. The infection, just being near it, made my temples seethe. They're all infected. It doesn't matter though. The fucking hatch won't close. Anytime now, we're gonna bust apart and rain down in pieces on the Martian desert. Pierce and Vogel are lucky. They're still asleep in their pods. Won't feel a thing. I'm taking it down with me, all of it. This is the Serrano. I about to enter the Martian atmosphere in a secret mission to help stake a claim. They don't care about the lives they lose to do it. You hear me, Orochi? The whole world is going to see this thing. The whole fucking world will know. End transmission. Yeah, well, I saw it.
I'm getting out of here. I wonder if those consoles have anything to do with Project Eclipse.
Find a way out. Oh. Push. You can go on this. Use last hour, got more. Use these settings. Communication with the dreamer requires a sensory deprived environment even for you. Use these settings. Lighting 20. Lighting 20. No. Oh, there we go. Then can we do these buttons? Push that on. Ah, yeah, we go. Oh, come on.
What the hell is that thing?
Oh my god. No. No. Let me get out at least. Still not opening? Stasis. Enter activation code for Project Eclipse Phase 2.
That didn't work.
What was
There's gotta be a
the...
hint somewhere for the right setting on these dials.
Gotta be a hint. Oh, what was the... It's not this. Oh, there's 512, right? 512 or... What was the other one? 512 or 323. Try it. No way, it's 512. Did you just unleash it, buddy?
Brilliance, yes. Let it connect.
I feel like we're playing right into this hand's like what's Oh no, just let me nuke this place already.
Our family therapist's office. I can still smell the musty leather sofa in the corner. My parents took me here when I started having night terrors.
I understand that some might consider my behavior obsessive. Yes. We may not agree on a finer point, but I can't let it go on any longer. My father. He always used to say, Cynthia, your brain has its own mouth, and all it does is devour books. I learned to see data where no one had ever thought to look. But I never thought it would consume me, strip me of my accolades, that it would affect my son.
Oh, the toy rocket. With a breakout book, Engineering Dimensions, celebrated theoretical mathematician Dr. Cynthia Newhart completely changed the postgraduate study of mathematics. This beautiful new edition of Engineering Dimensions is being formatted for teaching and features a new forward from the author chapter discussion questions and an extended index for easy reference. Very good. Teaching edition. Was the therapist reading her work then? Go over to the computer. Week 1. New patient, Shane Newhart, 7 years old, male, with mother Cynthia. Reporting night terrors with complex hallucinations. He claims to remember every detail. Mother encouraged him to describe the terror, and so he did. It is made of vines, tendrils and teeth, he emphasized, the teeth, with human hands and face. The vines emerge from every shadow and fill the room, twining upon themselves, eventually crushing him to the bed. All the space that remains is a small, dark tunnel through which the creature stares at him from across the room, and he can see it through his eyelids, and his face inches closer minute by minute, but his mum always wakes him before the teeth. S became extremely distraught, and the rest of the session was spent consoling him. For any chance to develop a rapport with him, I'll need to see them separately for several sessions. Call C to set up a time next week to discuss home life, school performance, her concerns, etc. Poor kid, so whatever his mum's experiments was, whatever she was cooking up, all this extra dimensional crap, he saw some of it, right? Or maybe she had like that, what is it, the Dreamstone they were calling it? That couldn't have helped either. Shane's GP ruled out psychological causes for night terrors. Must be related to anxiety. A lot of tension in the Newhart house. S may be genetically predisposed. Today he showed me the handheld chess game he plays during recess. Smart kid, but needs help with his confidence. Meanwhile, Cynthia remains a challenge. She answered my questions about S, but was reluctant to talk about herself. Insisted I would understand as I encouraged her to give me a chance. She succumbed to our dissociative episode, which we talked about at length once it passed. She called it Seeing Through the Eyes of Elsewhere. We will have to revisit this next week. I convinced her to see me as a patient. That's why he probably bought a book. He was doing research.